food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, and we have in the studio Judge Sarah Ritterhoff Williams, and she is an attorney. She's also a judge. I guess you might know that just from her name or her title.
That's right.
That title becomes your name, doesn't it? You worked for the Public Defender's Office. You worked 22 years in the Florida State Attorney's Office. You told me before you were raised in Ocala. You've tried more than 150 jury trials, and you even had a death penalty case, I think.
Yes, I prosecuted a death penalty case.
So, good morning, Judge Sarah.
Good morning.
How
Thanks
are
for
you?
having me. I'm great.
Yeah, I think we sort of kind of got to know each other real briefly because your daughter won one of the video contests that Robin and I judged for the schools.
Yes. Y'all hand out the awards and actually judge the awards.
Yeah.
And she's very interested in video production. That daughter is. And, she and the kids at Forest High School, WCAT, did a great job.
They were awesome. They
are.
mean, if anybody can see that video they did from Nashville.
Yes.
Was the whole thing done in Nashville?
Yes, their conference that they went to was in Nashville. Next year it's in Seattle. The year before it was in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah.
The amazing talent that comes from that whole program that Kevin Christian and those folks started. And I know there were other people. I'm sorry, I just forgetting names. But and it's just an amazing thing, and it shows you how competitive that world is, right?
Right. The Marion County really does have quite a bit of video production education in the classrooms.
Yeah,
a lot of the schools are really getting into that. I think there's sure the kids can see if they're interested in that as a career. My younger daughter is. The older one is interested in being a preschool teacher.
So you have a tough job. It is
Yes.
a job I can't even imagine doing it. You seem so sweet, by the way. It's
Not as much in the courtroom.
Is that?
No, it's very serious in the courtroom. I mean, people's liberty and their futures very much are impacted by what we do day in and day out. So I take it very seriously.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've handed out awards too. And,
yes.
And you're very judge-like when you're up there handing out an award.
I've got my judge face on. The judge face.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So tell me about the time you've done this. You said 11 years as judge?
I ran for judge in 2006. There was an open county seat at the time. I was elected and took the bench in 2007. So I've been a county judge in Marion County for 11 and a half years now. It's a 6-year term. So I'm up for re-election this year, and certainly hope that the voters will return me to my position.
Tell me or teach us as voters, what should we look for in a judge?
It's harder for the voters really to get to know the judges because our rules do not allow us to talk about a lot of things that other candidates for other offices can discuss. I'm not allowed to discuss political party or political issues in any way, shape, or form because, of course, a judge is supposed to be completely unbiased.
Right.
So that's not part of what I can discuss. I often tell people, talk to attorneys, talk to people that have been in the court, have seen the court actually run, any of the court personnel, law enforcement, talk to those folks, and then try to educate yourself. I've got a Facebook page, Re-elect Judge Sarah Ritterhoff Williams, that has a lot of information about me, just what I'm doing day in and day out, campaign-wise, and some work things without talking about specifics of cases, of course.
So do you have the liberty to be absolutely tough on those who've been found guilty? I'll start right there. That you, in other words, do you have some wiggle room?
Discretion?
Yeah, that's
Discretion?
a good word. Thank you.
To a degree, of course, sentences have to comply with the Florida statutes. County court cases, I could never incarcerate anybody for over a year in the county jail, because that's what the law says, that those offenses, that's the statutory maximum penalty for those offenses. And most of the cases that come before the court, the state and the defense attorney have often negotiated a sentence before it comes to court. Now, usually the sentence is negotiated because the assistant state attorney knows what the court, whatever judge they're in front of, will accept. So I do have discretion to say I won't accept a plea because it's too, I don't feel it's harsh enough or high enough, or I feel it's too high. But the court certainly has discretion to say I won't accept it, and either they negotiate again or involve the court in the sentencing discussion.
I think that public at large only hears about most criminals twice, once at the first hearing and once at the sentencing. Which is the harder of the two? Is the first hearing where you say, no, I'm sorry, no bond, that's where all that happens?
The first appearance,
Sorry.
which I do happen to be presiding over at 9 o'clock today. It's my week for first appearances. I will see everybody that got arrested Sunday that hasn't already bonded out of jail. And necessarily that's all the domestic violence battery cases, because they're not allowed bond before they do see a judge at first appearance.
Okay.
At that hearing, all the court is doing is considering whether or not to appoint a public defender, or whether the person's going to hire counsel or wants to represent themselves. I review the police report to determine if there's probable cause for the charge that they were arrested on, and I consider bond in the case.
Wow.
And those are the three things I consider. If a person is before me today at first appearance on a misdemeanor that took place here in Marion County, and they want to represent themselves and enter a plea and be sentenced on that misdemeanor charge, they can do so at first appearance.
Wow. Is it ever run of the mill, or is it always every day's got to be something not amazing but intense? Maybe that's a better word.
You don't know really what's going to happen. I kind of have, it's not a script, but I have the things that I have to touch upon for a particular hearing. If it deviates or changes or kind of is out of the norm, it basically is something that the defendant has brought up, or something that they say, or their demeanor perhaps. Most people, of course, are very respectful and appropriate, and we get through the proceeding, and everything is done the way it's supposed to be done. Some people, for whatever reason, it may be a little outside the norm, and then you just go with whatever is happening there. A lot of times we see people, not a lot of times, but it's not infrequent to see someone there with mental health issues, and if I assess that somebody's got mental health issues, I'm going to give them a little more leeway. I'm not going to, if they're kind of rambling and inappropriate and saying things that cause me to believe that there's a mental health issue, I'm not going to stop them and say, no, you have to act this way, because they can't. You know, so you kind of have to assess things that are going on and act appropriately.
Has there ever been a time when somebody probably you would have been easy on, but then they were disrespectful and you changed your mind?
Just from the standpoint of insisting that they act respectful in the court, I wouldn't change their bond or do anything that I wouldn't done given the circumstances. Somebody that acts disrespectful in court is always running the risk of contempt, but that's not done very frequently. It's got to be pretty extreme.
Do you ever do it by way of video, or is it always in person?
The first appearances are all via video.
Oh, they are? Oh,
yes.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
It saves the county a great deal of money to have the folks out at the jail via video link, and it's a lot more secure. There's always a security issue when you're transporting people.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, the first appearances are all done by video.
Wow. And how long have we been doing that? I guess
It's been, I bet, 20 years at least.
That's all right. Wow.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Long time.
I had no idea. Wow.
They've got a courtroom out at the jail, and when we go out on the weekends, we use that courtroom at the jail.
Help us understand so that we, again, as voters, what 11 years worth of experience gives you that somebody, I don't even know who's actually running for your seat, but somebody who doesn't have that experience. So in other words, you would be talking against the person you were 11 years ago, because that person didn't know as much, I guess. Understanding
the law, the correct character and demeanor, respect for all parties, understanding of the paper flow and how to get cases moving from arrest to disposition in a timely fashion. And I have to say that my docket runs very, very, very efficiently. I tried cases on my June trial calendar. That was the last trial calendar I had that had been arrested April 1st. So there's no justice delayed, justice denied. Attorneys can get hearings on my criminal docket. Every Thursday afternoon I have a docket, so if somebody wants a bond hearing, wants a change of plea, violation of probation addressed, quicker than my regular docket runs, they always have an opportunity to get before the court and have that matter heard. It's it runs very efficiently. And part of that's just because I've been doing it for 11 years and I know it can be done in that fashion, and the attorneys all are able to get everything done in a timely way and get them before the court for disposition in some fashion or another. The state can drop cases, people can enter pleas, or they can go to trial. So those are usually the way things happen after someone's arrested. There are some diversion courts as well.
I will stop talking right now before, and then let you just kind of give a campaign spiel if you want to. For those just tuning in, Judge Sarah Ritterhoff Williams is our guest. She's running to retain her seat that she's had for 11 years for Group 2 as a judge in Marion County.
Yes, and for the listeners out there, I'm Judge Sarah Ritterhoff Williams. I've been a county judge since 2007, serving Marion County with honor and integrity both on and off the bench. Fair and sensible judgment in my courtroom, cases running very, very efficiently, and I would ask for your vote August 28th.
Very good. Boy, that was short and sweet.
Yeah.
That's not even one floor on an elevator.
I wasn't sure how long I had.
All right, so I did ask before we went on. Are you okay with the what do I call them, left field questions?
Left field.
So I only have three left field questions, right?
Yep.
Camping or hotels?
Oh, hotels. Oh,
really?
there's ice in hotels.
Nobody has ever said camping.
No, of course not.
Everybody I've asked that one to.
Have you been outside, Larry? It's not very comfortable outside right now. I need air conditioning, ice, a bathroom, hot water. That's not hard. Now, I love to sit on the beach, but I'm not going to sleep there. Thank you very much.
Well, with that said,
yes.
My next one is beach or mountains.
Beach.
Really? You don't like the mountains?
I don't. It's not. It was a preference.
Right.
They're fine.
You're a judge.
I'm fine with mountains, but we really, really are very fond of the beaches. My husband and I discovered a beach off of Honduras called Roatan, and that is our favorite place in the whole world. Is
that right?
Absolutely.
Somebody posted a video on Facebook, I think, of a beach that has this complete wall of natural rock formations a little far out, and the waves on the other side hit those rocks, and when the waves are big enough, they come crashing over them. So I guess there can't be any sharks in this particular, unless they come washed over the wall.
You wouldn't have any wave at all past the...
Right, only when the water actually makes it over that wall, yeah.
No, we love the beach.
And so can I throw in a fourth? Because I didn't do the fourth one yet.
Sure.
So this is like 3B.
Okay.
All right. Gulf or ocean?
I don't really. We love Sanibel, and at the same time, I love the beach near St. Augustine.
Oh,
so Clearwater, Madeira Beach is lovely. So is Daytona, New Smyrna. They have pros and cons. If you just want to, if you don't like the waves, you got the Gulf. If you like the waves, either side.
All right, one more. I'm debating if I should throw you a curveball here. No, I'll read you what I wrote. Popcorn or Milk Duds?
Popcorn.
Really? And we're talking about the movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We are, in addition to movie theater popcorn, we are big fans of Target's popcorn.
Oh, really?
Yes. If anybody, if the kids or I go to Target, we're instructed to get at least 2 bags of popcorn from Target for my husband.
Do you like legal dramas, or do you stay away from that, like when you're watching movies?
TV, I don't watch it on TV. It is too much like work. I'll go see a movie though that's like that. Sure.
Oh, so you've never seen Suits?
No. I don't know what it is.
It's a lawyer TV show.
Never watched it. We do watch Cops an awful lot.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
See, my father was a policeman, and he was very picky also about which police shows he would watch. Some he liked. Some he liked Barney. What was it called? Barney Miller?
Barney Miller.
Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming in. I think I have some music here so we can get out of this.
Right.
And good luck with everything. Hold on. I'm not looking at you, so I feel rude right now. I'm looking for the music here.
Understand.
Here it is. Thank you, Judge Sarah, for coming in and getting to know you a little bit.
Yes, and thank you for having me. It was a great opportunity to have the voters learn a little bit more about me before August 28th.
And thank you for taking us up on the offer to come in here and do this. I feel like we have a responsibility to let the listeners get to know the candidates. And I don't know how else to do it other than this way.
I saw that and I just said, what a great public service. Truly is.
And so the video that we just made is also going to be accessible to you and anybody you want to send it to.
And I'm going to put it on my Facebook page, so anybody else who would like to see it, it's Re-elect Judge Sarah Ritterhoff Williams on Facebook.
Thank you. I'm so sorry I didn't ask you for your website, but
I don't have a website. I've got a Facebook page, though.
Okay, which everybody uses.
Yep, sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Attention WOCA listeners. Do you or someone you know have an outgoing personality with great organizational skills? Well, WOCA is looking for a few good people to join our marketing reps team. You get to meet other great people and business leaders in our community. WOCA Radio offers flexible schedules, great income potential, and some really great fringe benefits too. So if you enjoy talking to people and getting paid to do it, this may be the right choice for you. Apply within or send your resumes to careers@WOCA.com. The sound of the bat cracking, the crowd cheering, the smell of overpriced but tasty hot dogs, the memories that will last a lifetime of your first baseball game with little Johnny. Your team wins. It was a great night until you get home. It's 9 p.m. and your wife says you have no water.
We have no water.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Rule number 1, don't panic. Remain calm. Okay, that's 2 rules.
We don't have time for jokes, funny man.
Okay, think back. On the way home, you heard a radio commercial.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Eureka. You saved the day. You remembered that Mike Scott Plumbing doesn't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. You are a genius.
Hey, Mr. Genius, did you remember the phone number?
Of course you did. Remember, you're a genius. 352-237-2888. Because at Mike Scott Plumbing, if water runs through it, we do it. Even if water's not running through it at this particular moment. Mike Scott Plumbing.
Hey, Adam, those burgers going to be done before summer's over?
Maybe. Why? You got big plans for the summer?
Not really. Just the usual, kids hanging around the house. How about you?
Actually, I'm having Joshua get his pilot's license this summer.
What? Is he old enough? Can you really do that in just the summer?
Yeah, you can get your pilot's license at 17, and the summer is plenty of time. Plus, this could be the start to his career as an airline pilot.
That is a great idea. I bet Tyler would love that. Actually, I would too.
You guys should do it.
I don't have time for that. Some of us have to work for a living, you know?
Not you, no. Seriously, they work around your schedule.
Really? That's cool. Where are you going?
Ocala Aviation, at the airport off 60th.
How'd you hear about it?
I heard about it on the radio, then I stopped in. I've got a card if you want the number.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my phone.
Hurry up, the burgers are burning.
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
861-7484.
Hold on, I missed a number.
Ah, such a slacker. Here it is again. 861-7484.
Excellent. I'm going to call them now.
How about we eat before you start your new adventure?
That's probably a good idea.
You think?
Repticon presents Rep Today, the one-day reptile event in Gainesville, August 11th. It'll be at the Wyndham Garden at 2900 Southwest 13th Street. Call 863-26